Hello friends, welcome back to Pour Over Books. I have my coffee, I have my books, let's get rid of some. Today I'm unhauling a bunch of books from my last shelf clean out, so there's a stack right beside me and we're gonna go through it and see what's there and why I'm getting rid of it. So just a little note, the way that I usually buy books is I read the book first, usually on ebook or I get it from the library, and then I buy copies of the books that I really love, the books that I want to reread, or the books that I just want to have on my shelf, which means that I don't have a lot of physical books that I haven't read. I'm currently doing a challenge of trying to get through some of my physical TBR, but this unhaul is all the books that some of them are books that I'm never going to read, some of them are books that I have read and just like don't want to keep around because I only want to keep books on my shelves that I really care about. So yeah, that's what this is. If you notice my cats more than usual, it's because I'm on the floor, and usually when I'm on the floor, I'm either playing with them or I'm having floor time, which just means I'm lying on the floor, and that usually also means giving them attention. So like, if they're here more than usual, it's because I'm on the floor. Say hi to Honey, everyone. No? Off you hop. Let's get started. Robin Hood by Nigel Cawthorne. This has indigo stickers on it, but it also looks like a secondhand. I don't remember where I got it. I know it's like a retelling of Robin Hood, and I was like, oh, Robin Hood, I like Robin Hood. And then I just never read it, and I don't think I ever will. Yeah, it's the true story. Oh, it's like a brief history of. It's like a historical exploration. Whoops, my bad. Probably still not gonna read it. But yeah, it's just an exploration of the myth of Robin Hood. Wildwood by Colin Malloy. I made it halfway through this book. I picked it up at the second-hand store because the cover was gorgeous, which it is, beautiful, and like the speckled edges, everything about it was just like, oh, this is lovely. It's like a fun, what is it called? Not middle age. Not middle school. I forget what it's called. The before YA age section. It's just like a fun little exploration of these kids get lost in a wood, and then there are talking animals, and there's like an entire political system. And it was fun, but I found some of the characters really grating, and it's very middle grade. It's very middle grade. And I just like came halfway through and I was like, I'm not enjoying this. Okay, bye. Gallant by V. Schwab. This is a theme in a lot of the books that I'm unhauling, that they just feel too young for me. I like Gallant. I like the concept of Gallant. Like, I have an obsession with the trope as above, so below. So when I saw this cover, I was like, oh my god. And like, everything casts a shadow, even the world we live in. What a concept. But just, yeah, it was okay. It was a little young for me. It felt like it was a little like desaturated or underdeveloped, like the other world and the villain. It was so fast. It was maybe just like a bit too fast paced, actually, and like things weren't given the time to steep and be explored. And yeah, I guess that all comes back to the fact that it's a little young. That might just be it, but it was like a fun little spook. I might catch some flack for this one. Plain Bad Heroines by Emily M. Danforth. I have thoughts about this one. I have so many thoughts about this one. It's a story about a house that is maybe haunted, and it's a story about all the girls who have lived in it back when it was like a school, school where you lived. It's about lesbians. It's about the modern day women who go there to film a movie about the school. And I don't know. I still don't fully know how to feel about this one. I'm still like it made me terrified of wasps, which I already was, but this just like increased it. The horror is really good. It had so many interesting concepts, but I think in the end, there just felt like there wasn't any plot. That's it. There just wasn't enough plot. Like things were sort of happening, but it felt like it didn't lead any. There wasn't an ending. It was just like, oh, event after event after event, but all the events are fairly small. Like someone else might really love this. I have two Greek plays by Euripides, Bacchae and Hippolytus. I abhor Hippolytus. It's like, do you not like it? Yeah, no, I don't know why. There's just something about it that I don't like. Bacchae was fine. How do you pronounce it? Bacchae? Bakai? I don't know. I read it Bakai because that's how I would read it in Norwegian. It was fine, but it's not one I'm gonna reread. So I only keep the Greek Place that I want to reread. A school book, Plato, The Trial and Death of Socrates. The Trial and Death of Socrates. Yeah, bye. This is a book that I picked up on a whim, The Prophets by Robert Jones Jr. It's about two gay men who are also slaves, and I'm probably going to read it, but I probably won't read the physical one. Miranda and Caliban by Jacqueline Carey. Picked this one up on Indigo for $8, and I think that's why I got it, because it was $8, and I was like, that's a pretty cover. And it's only $8. I don't remember what this was about. It's a fantasy Shakespeare retelling, yeah. Retelling of The Tempest. I don't think I'm gonna read it. I'm sorry. I just don't think I'm gonna read it. This one too might also catch me some flack. All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. Really didn't like reading this book. I read it with my mom. We did like book club, me and my mom, and this gave me nothing. This gave me nothing. I should have known it would give me nothing because it's like literary historical fiction, and a lot of the times literary fiction just gives me nothing because it's like it's trying so hard to be deep and important. This sounds so rude. Oh my god, this sounds so rude. It had its moments. Parts of it were beautiful. I just think I didn't connect to the main characters, and I also don't love books that go over like so many years, you know? Also, the dual protagonists, it took so long for them to meet. I was like waiting for them to meet, you know, because I was like, oh, there are two protagonists, obviously they're gonna meet, and then it just took so long for them to meet. Yeah, my mom called a post for my mom didn't finish it. My mom came to like a few chapters before the ending, and she's like, no, I'm done. And I'm like, okay. So I had to finish reading it, so I could tell her what was happening, but yeah, we did not enjoy this one. Maggie Stiefwater's The Scorpio Races. I like Maggie Stiefwater. I really enjoyed The Raven Cycle. I'm probably gonna reread The Raven Cycle at some point, but I just I realized I didn't care about this book actually. The concept didn't strike me as interesting. I think I just picked it up because I was like, Maggie Stiefwater. Yeah, it's just about a horse race. Magical horse race. Not interested. Collection of short stories, All Out, edited by Sandra Mitchell. This is a queer short story collection about like queer people throughout the ages. My wife and I started reading it together. We read each other a story, and then we stopped halfway through, and then we were like, not actually interested in the rest of it, which is a little sad. But I also we have so many queer books on our shelf, so I think it's okay that we're not interested in all queer books, you know? Anyways, the cover's beautiful, so. Another book that I never finished, Untamed by Glennon Doyle. I feel bad for not finishing this one, because I know friends who love it, and I just it's just Glennon Doyle sort of telling her life story after her divorce, and also how she fell in love with a woman, how she made it through the dark days. It's unlike life advice and things like that. And my problem with a lot of these books is that, the problem that I have with a lot of these books is in particular, is that so much of it feels like such generic advice that I just don't connect to. Which is a little sad, because I wanted to know about Glennon Doyle, but I'm also also at the same time not interested. So yeah, I don't know why this is here. All of His Villains by Amanda Foody and Tara Lynn Harmon. I don't know why this is in the pile. I think I was going intense on the cleaning, and I was like, okay, I might as well get rid of this because I don't think I'm gonna reread it, but I did enjoy it when I read it. And oh yeah, no, I'm also really struggling with reading the sequel. Yeah, I don't know if I'm actually gonna give this one away or not. I might put it back on the shelf. So I was probably just and everything needs to go, and then not everything has to go actually. Operatic by Kaya McClear and Byron Eggenschweiler. This is a gorgeous, what is it called? All the words are escaping me today. This is the problem. This is the problem of being bilingual, is that the words get lost. Not a comic, graphic novel. This is a gorgeous graphic novel. This is a absolutely gorgeous graphic novel. So beautiful, about opera and music and what music means to us, and it was cute. It's like middle grade. It was cute. I also just kept it around because of the art, because the art is so beautiful. But I think it's time for it to go. Last book, not the last item, but last book, Her Dark Lies by J.T. Ellison. This was a really fun book. I'm actually like, I really enjoyed reading this one. I read it with my wife. If I remember correctly, it's like wedding on an island, but then things keep going wrong, and then one of the guests is a murderer or whatever. Yeah, it was fun. At this point, I don't remember a lot of things about it, which probably means that it wasn't that memorable, but it's still like, it was a fun read. I would probably recommend people read it, just to like, if you want a fun little thriller experience, this you got it. Over to the graphic novels that I am passing on. It's the first two Lumberjanes. I adore Lumberjanes. I will put that out there. I absolutely adore Lumberjanes. I think these were so much fun. I sort of wish I'd kept reading them, but I also think that I'm never gonna reread them, and if I do, I can get them from the library. So this is just sort of like clear it out off on my shelf. Lumberjanes is about a group of friends who are at a summer camp, and all the wild, wacky, supernatural adventures they get up to. And also like it's super queer, so like love that. Rat Queens. I am passing this one on as well. This is the first volume. It's like a Dungeons and Dragons-esque adventure of these women who, yeah, do things together. I enjoyed it fine enough. I picked it up because I was like, I love women. And then I read it and I was like, yeah, this was fun. It's has like the D&D humor, you know? But I don't think I'm ever gonna continue reading it. I started Kill Shakespeare, and then I don't think I ever finished Kill Shakespeare. No, I must have, but I don't remember anything from it other than the fall stuff was sort of always there. And I think the world of it just like didn't capture me, which is sad because I love things Shakespeare. But I've already unhauled one Shakespeare themed thing, so like might as well unhaul another. And then I'm passing on all of my Deadpool comics, which is 3 Deadpool comics. I got into Deadpool when I was like 17 because I was like, I am gonna be edgy, and I think, I don't know, I'm just not into superheroes anymore. And superhero Deadpool I guess isn't a superhero, but like I used to be so into DC and to some extent Marvel, and I'm just like not interested in it anymore. So yeah, this is passing on my Deadpool comics. Getting rid of past versions of myself. Letting all that energy back into the universe. I forgot to count. Shoot. So that's 14 books and 7 comics, which is not too bad. I thought it was going to be a bigger pile, honestly. There might be more things I'm unhauling soon. I'm sort of in a clean mode. We've been deep cleaning a lot of our apartments, so like things are getting cleared out, so there might be another unhaul soon. We'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna, oh yeah, actually, if you're interested in reading or having any of these books on your shelf, message me on Instagram and I might be able to ship them to you. Just let me know. I know shipping's expensive, so we can talk about that. But yeah, I just like wanted to put that offer out there because I want these books to go to someone who wants them and who will treasure them, because like they're still good books even if they're not for me. So yeah, I'll probably post this on Instagram too and be like, hey, if you want any of these books, let me know. You don't have to pay me, but if you're okay with paying shipping, I'll send them out to you. And now my shelves are looking much more like books that I actually like, or yeah, which is exciting. Thank you for watching. Thank you for spending my morning with me. Take care of yourself out there. Stay warm, especially if you live in like winter areas. Stay warm. We have like -30, so I'm dying. But you know, have fun, party hard, and I'll see you guys soon, I'm sure. Bye.